waiting for people to come in. Just sent a reminder. Wait for another minute and then we'll get started. Well, the number of viewers here is showing 0, but I don't believe that number because I just ran a test. I am viewing on my phone, and I logged in as a different user in a Google account, on one of my other Google accounts, and on a different browser. I was participating, and the number of views was still showing 0. So I hope there's this. So I hope there we go. We have one now. Great. I hope this number of viewers here is correct. But so far, the tests that I ran with different accounts still showed 0 when I was looking at it. Well, so let's get started. Let me bring up the presentation on my end. Okay, so this is the summer 2015 CIT Department Advising at Bunker Hill Community College. And the presentation was prepared both by Professor Mike Popolo and Jefferson Fernandez. Okay, so before we get started, for those of you who do have a Google account, and when you log in as when you log into your Google account and participate to this event, you are able to interact by asking questions and by asking questions on the questions link on the side for this event. And that's how you can interact here on this event by asking these questions. You type it in, and I'll be looking at it frequently, and I'll be able to answer them as we go. Um, before as we proceed through this presentation, keep these questions in mind. What is your current major? And feel free to put these in the event in the form of a question. Okay. And what is your short-term goal? Are you looking for employment? You're here for to get into a entry-level certificate for uh, fast track to employment. Are you looking for a degree just to get the associates in a topic area of your interest? Or are you looking for to transfer to another college or university? So as we go along this presentation, keep these in mind. And keeping these in mind would help you uh, decide where exactly we can help you with. Okay. Um, if by the end of the presentation you still don't know or weren't able to answer these questions, it's okay. Connect with one of the instructors, and I will be able to help you. What is it that you're looking for? All right, quick table of contents. So we're gonna cover facts, stats, CIT's point of view on information computing technology workforce, CIT's three mission layers, biointeresty exams, track career track options, stackables. We got three flavors of stackables. Transferring, what you should be doing next after this presentation, and some conclusions. Okay. Among the region's largest college, we have 14,000 and more students every semester. We are the largest community college, as a fact, in Massachusetts. Also, the most affordable among our group. We're 3.3K a year, over 100 certificates and degrees programs plus. And in CIT department alone, if I may add, we got 24 plus degrees in certificate programs, and the plus and counting, and we'll see on the future slides. 67% of people color and 50% are women. All right, so information computing technology education course all Bunker Hill students, and associates transfer to baccalaureate, workforce preparation degrees and certificates, and, and these in throughout this presentation we're going to touch bases on these three missions. Now we have very good strong vendor connections, academy connections. We got CompTIA, EMC, Microsoft, Cisco Systems, LPI, IBM, VMware, and Oracle. I might be missing one, maybe two, um, but uh, it feels like we have a little more. Citrix, we're also at Citrix Academy. Okay, so continuing on the first mission, ICT across all students, across all campus, a wide range of courses that we have that cater to this mission, number one mission. And the CIT 110 Computer Applications and Concept course, um, it plays a huge role in this. It's 40 sections every semester. It reaches 800 plus students every semester. Now, Microsoft Office applications, operating systems, programming, forensics, database, medical office administration, uh, and others. Now, we have very close interdepartmental collaboration with the business administration, criminal justice for forensics track, medical imaging impacts, and computer media technology. Our second mission is helping students transfer their IT credits towards a baccalaureate degree in other universities and colleges. And we do that primarily with the top three, with these four degrees. So the AA and AS in computer science, the AA in computer information systems, and the AS in information technology. The AS in IT transfer is a specific degree that transfers to the applied BSIT degree at UMass Boston. It has been transferred to others as well, other institutions as well. All right, so third mission is preparing for the workforce without degrees. Okay, on the in the Associate Science in Information Technology degree or the program has several options, and these are mentioning some. Networking technology and administration is Cisco based, right? And database design is Oracle based. What I mean by Cisco based and Oracle based is we get the curriculum from the vendor. In this case here, Cisco. Cisco has a networking academy, which we are strong and long good standing with. The the material we don't generate ourselves. It's the market or the vendor who is very in tune with the market needs that generates the updates of the material, and we as the academy affiliated institution receive these materials, and we are able to train ourselves on it and deliver this up to the moment per se, materials to our students, or to the to cater to the market needs, also cater to our student needs. Same thing is here for the database design, Oracle, Microsoft with computer support, digital forensics investigation, internet information security, and our internet information security track. It's being mapped to the NSA framework, object-oriented programming, health information technology, and networking. I'll continue with our mission 3 is a workforce preparation. These are the stackable certificates. Now I'm gonna start mentioning here, but we have um, the stackable certificates. We have entry level skills, mid skills, and emerging technology skills. Now, the workforce, here's a list of the entry level certificates that we have. It's a small list. As we go in a few slides, we're going to show all of the entry level certificates that we have. Starting off with PC hardware, Microsoft Office applications, medical office support, and health information networking. The mid-level skills, and these are the stackable. So all of these certificates, entry-level certificates, the courses in those are inside these as well. So you can start in the entry level, and all of those courses doesn't go to waste. We can apply all of those courses towards a middle skills certificate, and we'll see that in the later slides. And these are the list of middle skills certificates we carry, and there are a few more as we go along, as you see. Now, since we are very focused in vendor based or vendor neutral as well. For example, a Linux course is a vendor neutral. Um, materials for these different topics. For example, in Cisco, uh, after you take the first two Cisco courses, that material is directly in line with the CCENT 1 industry certification. So technically, you could, as an added cost, it's not part of the class, but we highly encourage students to go to Pearson View Testing Center, register for the industry certification, and take the industry certification after the first two courses, and specifically after the second two courses. So it's four courses in total that prepares you for the CCNA. And that's similar to other courses. They are Microsoft based, the Oracle courses, and the CIT, Linux administration. Um, yeah, Linux administration is also mapped to the LPI. Operating systems, it's mapped to Microsoft and to LPI. Um, just to mention a few. So uh, we did implement the peer review and testing center in our assessment center, where students go in to take acuplacer and whatnot. But it's being relocated to new buildings for better access for students. And these are some of the certification that we have offer and will continue to offer. Cisco, Microsoft, and others to follow. Okay, the career track options. Um, there's a three point. There's two possibilities coming into Bunker Hill here, but first and foremost, before before we decide where we're gonna go in or which area we're gonna go in certificate or associate, you need to be admitted to Bunker Hill during the spring or fall. Some have done in the summer. I heard some have done in the summer. Um, complete the financial aid applications. Have taken the acuplacer test. There is a delay option in your form if you don't know exactly where you're gonna go into your in where you're gonna go in, which track to declare or which major to declare in CIT when you register. There is a delay option. There's uh, and this here is gonna be a common theme through all the slides going forward. Uh, do your career track and job opportunity exploration. Okay, we have two links here to help you if you're current Bunker Hill students. You already have access to Career Connect. If you are not your perspective, you got this link from a friend or from a buddy or whatnot, you could go to linkedin.com and do or indeed.com or dice or wherever other job hunting or job searching site and get a current pulse of the market. Okay. Um, one thing I mention a lot is you're the one who lives and walks in your shoes, and uh, you should know what you're getting into before you get into. Maybe it's not something that you'll be interested in. Maybe it is something that you're interested in. Okay, so there's going to be a common theme on throughout the slides here. Um, and consider financial and timeline implications as follows. All right, so if you come in the career certificate, all right, you're looking, it's a short time to employment. If you're looking for to go get right into employment, 16 to 28 credits. Uh, internships are available, um, and lowest it is the lowest cost option. And most courses, including in the Associates of Science career track, as we're going to see in a few slides later. Um, this here is usually catered for people who already are in industry. They come in and say, no, I don't want to go for the degree. I just want to go to the certificate, reskill myself. I already have a bit of a background, and I want to focus on the entry level. If it's totally different field that you're in, if you're in networking, and you want to try databases. I mean, you have an entry level certificate in databases, so for you to get into that market. And likewise, if you're in databases, you want to try networking, there's an entry level, three possible entry level certificates in um, in networking. If you're coming from still in industry, this is also an option if you're in industry, and the same person here can choose the associate's degree. For example, my mother, um, she went back to school a few years ago and or to college a few years ago and finally got her associates, and then kept on working and got her bachelor's. So it's fine. We have these to cater to every to hopefully cater to most of our population, most needs. Now, the associate's degree, usually if you're coming in from high school or you're transferring from another college, and your goal is to get the associates, is a 2-year commitment or more. There's employment available. It's usually 60 plus credits. There are internships available too as you go through the degree program, and it's a moderate cost option. And most courses transfer to baccalaureate. Now, if you come into career certificates or associate's degree, both of these can give you way into a bachelor's at the 4-year plus commitment. It's an applied IT. Now you get into an applied IT. And it's applied computer science. And it's a higher cost option. It's a longer term benefit for sure. And it tracks to BA and BSs at UMass Boston, Amherst, Salem State, and a few others, as we'll see in the later slides. Now, the asterisks. So the single asterisk, the Cisco CCNA certificate is 16 credits, but there are other entry-level certificates that are a little more, between 21 to 28. Um, and the associate's degree, there's a possible 42 credits transferred to the baccalaureate. And we are always in the process of adding more articulations. Articulations is a fancy word for agreement or contract with other universities that we have this course and you accept this course for yours. So it's a one-to-one agreement on the courses we have, which is great, makes the transfer a lot easier. Okay, and here starts the themes. Okay, the constant theme. Again, you the one who lives in your shoes and walks in your shoes. You know what's good for you, and you're the one who's going to be living through it. So do the due diligence. Take the time after hearing some of these keywords. Uh, go ahead and do a job search based on these keywords in these places or others that you prefer. Go to salary.com. Go to the Massachusetts Labor and Statistics site and see how much these uh, job titles are worth in the market today. You get a current pulse. Do a search for CCNA and see what comes up. See if you like it. If you go to the program on the course catalog and look up the Cisco CCNA, for example, there's an overview. There's a career options. There's a or career outlook, and what you should be able to do once completing. Take a look at that. See if it compares with what your interests are, um, and if it does, then go into LinkedIn or Indeed or Career Connect and do a search for networking, CCNA, um, routers, WAN technologies, Linux administration, Windows Server, and see if what type of jobs are out there. Okay. All right. So stackables. This is what we mean by stackables. Our entry level, our entry level skills has these courses. That get is these are the core courses for this degree option. The very core courses, right, that deals with network technology. All right, all of these courses are in the mid-level skills. Okay, you can come in at the entry level, say, no, I don't need the entry level. I want to go straight into, excuse me, straight into the middle skills. You could do that too. Go straight in here and start picking the courses off. And all of these courses are found in the associates. And the 16 plus 29 and plus others are in the 60 credits for the associates in network technology and administration. Okay, that's what we mean by stackable. Right, one certificate, um, the courses inside one certificate is also found on the upper level certificate and then into the degree. Okay, now I came up with this um, term, strong base stacking. I'm not sure if it exists anywhere else. I should look it up, but I think I'm going to coin the term strong base stacking. All right, so what does that mean? Here we have a column for network technology. This is focused on networking. While there's the health information networking is still focused on networking, and health information technology will still focus on technology for the networking piece, but it has the courses that gears towards the health industry for to you understand what the how the interesting industry needs are in terms of networking, okay, or in terms of information technology. And let's see how these guys compare. So it's not a different topic. Um, it's it's still in the networking side, but with a slant focused on health. Okay. Now, and that means clinics, hospitals, offices, clinical offices, and whatnot. Now let's look at the overlaps. So the entry level, these three are entry level certificates. See the 18 is between 16 to 20, 29, 28, 16 to 28. So here we got 21 entry level, 18 credits, 20 level, entry level, and 16 credits entry level. All right, so in the CCNA and HIN entry level, these courses overlap. And one more. There we go. Now, between the Cisco and HIT, these courses overlap. Okay, but this one is different. The 182 is a required for this entry level, but it's not it's an optional here. You can take 110 or 182 PC hardware and software. And here on the CCNA is 110 or 112 or 182. So if you take 110, you're okay for these two on the bottom here, and for that as well. Uh, but in order to work towards the HIT, you need to take the 182 as a required. Okay, and notice that it's not part of the entry level on the other one. Okay, PC hardware and software. Okay, that's more for computer support. It's inside the degree itself, however. All right, so it is found up there in the entire degree. All right, the 162 is also in the entry level, and 167 entry level. And what does that mean? All right, so with two courses, and that gets you in the health information networking. So 277 and 279. So the 277 is health information networking. Right, it's also a Cisco based course, and Cisco CCNA security, which is also a Cisco course. So being Cisco, that's why it's a strong base, not a side stack. It's a strong base stacking because it's still in the Cisco curriculum on the same vendor base. Okay. Now this other one is health, uh, healthcare IT concepts one and healthcare IT concepts two, which are still Cisco courses, and that's why it's a wider, stronger base with emphasis in health technology field. It's still the same vendor. Okay. So if you're going full time, and this is your last semester, let's say, well, full time students is usually 4 courses, and here we go, your 4 courses right there, right? Okay, so now we have a side stacking. So the side stacking is now a different topic. Um, I'm focusing here on networking, but I want to know more about the information technology security or information security or cybersecurity is other terms out there for this. So let's see the overlap. So once the networking security overlaps as mid-level uh, skills, and the other ones they overlap as the entry level. And by taking the 118 uh, principles of internet and information security and information security and assurance course, we have side stack um, your skills in networking. Now I have a good, strong uh, um, on track here on networking, but now you have networking with a higher emphasis on security. Okay. All right. These are the fast tracking certificates or the entry level certificates. Database management, and all of these they stack into a mid-level skills and into an associates. Okay. Forensics, infosec, the CCNA, we've seen that, and and um, the Cisco program that we have here, it's so in high demand and so stellar that um, the workforce that already have a good background in it. In computers, I already have my networking certificate in might be an old one like Cisco or Microsoft base. Might even be in CCNA, but it's a little dated and they need to reskill themselves. Is there any way they can do this like quicker in one semester instead of taking 3 4 semesters? And yeah, that's what we did. Um, there's the fast track certificates, okay, which are stackable, and we come up with the fast track courses, and that's how the CCNA grid would change. Okay, now this is a fast track certificate with fast track courses, and this one can be done in one semester. And this is how. So when you go into your web advisor and search for courses, search for the courses that has FT. So CIT 110-FT or FTHB or hybrid, fast track hybrid or just fast track or 182 fast track. And the same thing here for these other ones, the 162, 67, 167, and 274. By doing a search on these, you can co-register. You can register all of these at the same time, um, and usually what happens here is these fast tracks are laid out in a way that you can finish in one semester. And here's how. In the beginning of the semester, let's say now in the fall, in September, or in the spring, in January, yeah, in January, you would register for CIT 110 fast track and CIT 162 fast track at the same time, and you will be taking those two courses in that semester. Okay, and they will start in September 4th to 7th, let's say, and you would end in about a month later. So September, October, you would end, and you will still, when you register for these two, you register for all of them at the same time. So when these two courses end, you start the next course in October, say 267, 167 fast track. When this fast track ends, you would take you would uh, ends in October. This one starts in November, and when this one ends at the end of November, this one starts in December, and it's something of that fashion. So if you do a search for these right now and look at the schedule and look at the schedule start and end dates, that's how it goes. It's one course a month. Okay, this accelerated rate is not for the faint of heart. Um, It requires dedication, um, but it's very very good. And the instructors on delivering this are very good as well. The keyboarding techniques, here you can register for this course and take it as a semester long, um, September to December, or there's also an exam that you can take, so you can exam out of it. Okay, so this is what we have done. So the market has uh, asked us if such option was available, and we responded with yes, and here's how we are able to do it. Okay, all right. So most certificates stack into degrees, and this is how it looks like. Now, here's the common theme. Go do the Here's a common theme. Go look at the career track and opportunities. Okay. All right. So any and all of the instructors can advise the students on any or all courses and degree programs. However, these are the preferred contact for these columns. For digital and computer forensics track, Professors Mahoney or Fernandez. For computer support specialist track is Professors Mike Popolo or Diane Popolo. And I would like to spend a little time here and to differentiate these two, the Excel support and Microsoft support, Microsoft application support. This is differentiating, okay, you're looking to be in a computer support industry. Great. But you're doing it mostly hardware, or you're doing software, or you're doing both. So this is how we designate both the difference between them. So application support and application support focusing um, Microsoft operating systems and such, and the other one applications, Office applications, and the operating system, and the other one is specifically on Excel. Um, and the and on the left side of the house, we have computer support and PC hardware. All right, and both of these they lead into the computer support specialist. Not to say that you can't do all four of these. You can, but it's a little it's a little challenging. And for some, it's a great option to have these four here and the associates. All right. Um, on the next column, for database program administration column or stackables, it's Professors Harris and Professor Cronin. For information technology security, Professor Mahoney and Fernandez. And here's the networking piece that we spend a good amount of time on. And because it's a long-standing and it's such a stellar program, and that has more versatile, more options, and shown down here. You can go into these are the entry level, and they stack into the network and technology administration certificate and into the associates in the contacts of Professor Akeley or Professor John. The contacts, Professors Briggs and Bergman for medical information management on stack. And notice that over here is the first time we see the dot dot dot. That means it doesn't have entry level skills, and but we start on the mid level skills. But all that stacks into the associates. Same thing here for computer science transfer option. We have mid-level skills. With this dot 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 means we don't have a entry entry level skills, and this one we don't have a mid-level skills. But we do have a computer science concentration associated in arts, and the contacts are Professor Delter or Miller. Now these are the new programs mentioned way back in the first maybe second slide. We said Bunker Hill has 100 plus certificates and degree programs, and um, the CIT department has 24 plus or and counting. And this is what I mean by and counting. We recently added the Android mobile app certificate, entry level certificate, to get into the mobile device application writing and building industry. And we have, and the contact here is Professor Miller. We have association with the gas utility or the gas utility companies in the area here, and we created in conjunction with a partnership with the gas utility a degree under CIT that deals with the gas industry's technology. And the contact here is Professor Martignelli. And Professor Wigfall is similar with the electric power utility. We have a similar partnership with the electrical company that we set up a degree to get students into that field. All right, and these here are in development. Professor Miller is working on the mid-level certificate and the degree for the mobile devices. Professor Delta, Professor Miller, and we are in research with the math department to see if we can do a double major here on mathematics and computer science. Professor Delta, Professor Miller is working on object-oriented programming and design starter, the entry-level certificate. Professor Mattignelli, entry and mid-level for the gas utility, and Wigfall for electrical utility programs. Okay. Now, about transferring. All right, this slide needs to change a little bit. So when you're transferring to or from um, Bunker Hill, uh, you need to be admitted to Bunker Hill either on the spring or the fall. So this is the exact same thing in the beginning. You need to have your financial aid completed, application completed, taking the AccuPlacer. If you're transferring, the other institution requires you to take the AccuPlacer. You gotta do that. Maybe the other institution you're transferring to has a delay option. If you don't know exactly which track you're going to or be transferring to. And again, the same theme. Do your career track and not job opportunity exploration. You can do that still with Career Connect, or you can go to LinkedIn or Indeed.com or other job hunting sites to get a better understanding if that bachelor's degree you're transferring to um, it is what you're looking for. Okay. Now consider the financial and timeliness track as follows. Now we're gonna cover the ASIT transfer, computer science transfer, AA in computer science transfer, AA in information systems. Now we work in conjunction. You should be working in conjunction with the transfer service department, and these are the offices. And we have successfully helped assisted students in transferring to a 4-year and plus commitment in a BS or BA tracks at UMass Boston, Amherst, Lowell, Salem State, Northeastern University. And you notice that this list is a little longer than the first one. May or may not. Do a rewind and double check. Now here are the asterisks. 42 possible transfer credits. Um, and we are always adding more agreements to ease the transfer from Bunker Hill to other institutions. All right, so ASIT transfer. Uh, Again, work with the transfer service department, um, and the specific contact at UMass Boston is Professor Wei Zhang. He usually visits. We extend an invitation to Professor Wang every semester to come in and visit with our students. So keep your ear to the ground in our CIT department portal page. Uh, we'll announce when he's coming over and having a greet and meet. He's a great guy. Now, UMass Boston, the ASIT transfers to UMass Boston College of Management, and the degrees Bachelor of Science Information Technology, and he has the following tracks. Okay, BI, Computer Forensics, Info Architecture, and System Admin. The Associates in Computer Science transfer, it transfers work with the Transfer Service Department, and it has we have successfully placed students at UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics for BS in Computer Science. We also have sister students to transfer to Tufts, and out-of-state private and public university. There's a possible 42. Possible because it could be a little less, it could be a little more, depending on which institution. AA in computer science. Transfer Service Department would assist you in transfer to UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics as well, with the BS in computer science. And the same here for Tufts and other private and public institutions. The AA in Computer Information System, the direct contact is Professor Peng Chu. You can also work in with the Transfer Service Department, with the direct contact is Professor Wang Peng Chu at UMass Boston. And this transfer to UMass Boston College of Management with the BS in Management with the track or focus in Management Information Systems. I'll make this slide a little better to understand. Um, Again, 42 transfer possibility. The AS in Medical Information Management work with the Transfer Service Department to that we have assisted students to transfer to Northeastern University in the health management and Cambridge College. Now, DAS in Computer Information Technology has an asterisk there because it's a specializing skills in several IT fields. So it's a little more challenging to transfer these courses because we might not have, depending on the institution, might not have the direct articulation for these AS and AS. But still, we have assisted students transferring to other institutions with the AS in Computer Information Technology degree, and and over here we have several different options: networking, forensics, database administration, um, computer support, information technology security. So that's what it means by specializing skills. Um, and whenever if you are on those degree options, work with the transfer service department, and the school that you're planning to transfer to has a transfer department. Talk with an advisor there, and in conjunction with ours and theirs, we would be able to ease the transfer, assist you in transferring uh, to there or from there. All right, so it is a little challenging, but it's possible. Okay. So what's next? If you're transferring to and from Bunker Hill, the enrollment desk has specifically asked us to tell you that students with transcripts from previous college needs to see the enrollment desk. Okay, it's very important in order to get you transferred with ease. If you are mailing the transcripts to the college, send it to the academic records. Okay, in the office in B204. Your paperwork should mention this somewhere. This is just reinforcing that. Now the transfer department has the transfer affairs. Excuse me. Transfer affairs office has regular workshops. Okay, and that's here's a link to it. Let's go do a quick show and tell. Okay, I'm gonna follow this link. Okay, yeah, automatically opens with Internet Explorer, and with Hangout, when we do a screen sharing, it doesn't work very well with Internet Explorer. All right, there we go. Here's the transfer affairs office. All right, there's their office hours, and today is August the 5th, and they're having a transferring credits to Bunker Hill workshop. All right, so 1 to 2 p.m. in E2 to 5. Um, so if your schedule allows you to be there today, that's great. There you go. Or you can always send them an email and get in contact with them that way as well. They're a happy bunch, and it's great to work with them, right? And I think you're going to enjoy as well. All right, let's go back to the presentation. All right, in this workshop, go with your questions already um, ready. Yeah, already ready. Now, go to the workshop with questions ready, and bring a paper or a noting tool for you to write more questions. It's always a case that you're gonna ask more questions, so that you can get all those settled. Okay, all done. Now, what's next? Um, well, you got a great understanding, hopefully, of the different tracks and services we offer to you in terms of courses and possible career tracks. Um, what's next now is to do a program evaluation and identify the courses that you need to take and go register for the course. Okay. And if you're new to Bunker Hill, um, I'm gonna do a quick show and tell. But if you're a current student, you should get into your web advisor right now and start doing that. All right. So he opens with Internet Explorer. Great. Yeah. All right. Let me get this queued. What? Okay, that's good. All right, got it queued. Let me change here real quick to that page again. Yeah, I'm holding the microphone. It's the microphone. It's not has not doesn't have a good pickup, so I found that increases a little bit, just a tiny little bit, um, the volume if I hold on to it. Um, yeah, my arm is getting numb. So so here we go. Is it showing? Yeah, it's showing. Um, you go to that link takes you to here, but in order here, um, can go to Bunker Hill main site and click on my BHCC, and that's how we get to that. That's where the link takes us. Okay. Now, if you're already a student, go ahead and um, log into your account. Okay. Um, if you're not a student, well, and this is just to give you an idea how it is that you've done. Or if you haven't done this before, this is how you do. You log in. I don't have a student account, so I'm going to go straight to student. But when you log in to your account, you should see an interface similar to this. And click on register for sections. And in here, you do a search and register for sections. All right. When I click here, it's not going to work because I'm not logged in. Okay. And I don't have a student account to test or to show you guys. But the next page that does show is from there is this one here. Then you would pick the fall semester or the summer semester or the spring semester, depending on which semester you want. You would choose the category. Of course, we're going for computers. And if you note after you do the program evaluation, oh, sorry about that. We got to do the program evaluation first. So on this interface, there's a program evaluation link down here. All right. So the program evaluation is going to tell you which major or certificate you currently declared. If that's not it, come see one of the instructors or the registration desk um, as you come into Bunker Hill, and ask for a program change form. And then you write down which program you want to declare as your primary program. It's not going to work here because, again, I'm not logged in. Okay. Um, but you're able to do a program evaluation and see which courses you already have taken, which courses you have not taken. After that, you do a search for sections. Okay. Register and search for sections, and then you pick the fall and the computer course or English or whatever if you're working on towards a degree and you're in the general education courses. If it's, I don't know, for example, the 162, one of the Cisco course 162, and it's the fast track, right? Then you can click there and start and continue the registration process. All right, what else were we supposed to cover in that? I think that was it. Register for a course, identify the courses, and program evaluation. All right. And then that's how you do that. Now, if you don't have access or your login is not working for some reason or another, here's another way to do it. If you don't like the interface that the if you don't like the interface that the program evaluation gives you, you could go to here, academics, programs of study. All right, that's how I got here, and then programs by department, and scroll down to computer information technology. If you're in the Cisco Fast Track, for example, you open this up and print the grade, and then you write down the semester with your transcript, um, or if you remember, you write down the semester that you have taken the course, and now you whatever it's blank, you know is the ones that you have to take. Okay. Now similarly, if you're doing a side stacking on information technology, no, not that one. Let's do a side stack on database management. And similar with this, 110 you take in here, 162 overlap, but now you have to 137, 236, and 234. So these are the ones you have to search for. And if you already have taken these two, if you, or definitely these two you will have taken if you're going into the CCNA. So it's whatever else is on the other certificate, on the entry level, probably the 167 and the 137 here you would register for. Okay, as an example. All right, let's go back to the presentation. Okay, so questions, concerns, contact the CIT department professors. And before we give you that list, it's a great African parable of the lion and the gazelle. So every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion, or you will be the lunch, dinner, or breakfast. Okay. In the same token, every morning a lion wakes up and it must know that it needs to outrun the slowest gazelle, or he will not eat or will starve to death. Okay. He's not gonna have that breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So it doesn't matter if you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun shines, you better be running. Okay. And information technology or the technology industry that we're in, that's that is so true. Um, Sometimes we starve because we don't go as fast as we should, um, and the technology sometimes get away. You have to play catch up, but we're unfortunate to be with the group of bunch that is always caught up, always gets that gazelle. So in conclusion of these form presentations, if you have any questions, comments, or want to discuss, um, you can add the questions on by clicking on questions. In order to interact, you need to log in with the Google account so you can interact with the presentation in the events. Or you can, if you're on YouTube, watching this presentation directly on YouTube, you can, let me see here. Can you? Yes. Or if you're in the Hangout on the event section, you can you can say something there, and we can interact that way. Or if you're in, let me see here, on YouTube, there is the YouTube page of this event. There is I'm going there right now. There is a place the comment section, just like any YouTube video. There's a comment section that you can ask questions there as well. Put in a comment and interact with the presentation that way too. Okay. Um, it's about a minute. It's an hour presentation. It's about a minute over. I'm going to mute my mic and be available for 5 minutes just to read the comments and questions that might be coming through. And after 5 minutes, if there is no questions, we'll end the presentation. Oh, right. So here's the, oh my God, here are the contacts. Here are the contacts. So as mentioned before, all of the instructors can advise on any of the uh, courses and programs. However, here are the preferred topic for these instructors. Okay. Now I'm going to go check on the comments, and I'm going to mute my mic until then. But I'm going to check on the comments. Again, we'll stay here for another 3 minutes, and these are the contacts for the CIT department. These are the focus areas that they prefer, but any instructor in the CIT department can um, guide you and advise you on any of the programs. Now, if you're connected via YouTube on our YouTube channel for this event, there is a comment section on the bottom that you can. It's open to the public. You can go in and ask your questions there or leave your comments there. Um, or if you're in the Hangout, the events area of this, on the Google Hangout for events, or for the Hangout of this event, there's also a say something um, a tool there that you can interact with the session if you like. And I'm monitoring and also in the Hangout itself, there is a questions on the right side that you can use to ask questions as well. So I'll be here for another 2 minutes, and I'm gonna mute my mic until I see a question. All right, monitoring here. I don't see any questions in the events page or in the YouTube channel or in the questions area of the event itself. So I hope this has been informative to you. Feel free to reach out to the instructors and come to our offices during the semester and see you in the fall. Sorry. Let's bring up the one more. Let's bring up a PDF of. Oh, good God, Internet Explorer. That's great. Let's bring a PDF of the schedule with the next sessions. So here I'm gonna change here to this. All right. So here is the schedule for for the next sections. Actually, a comment came in through email um, requesting, oh no, you should show the next in sequence. So today is the 5th. Today we had it from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So then tomorrow, Thursday, we're gonna have the same advising sections from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then on Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then again on Saturday to 9 a.m. from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're gonna do a week. We're gonna break for this week. This is because I'm teaching a course at UMass Boston for this week, and my availability would be I won't be available for most of the day or evening. We're not gonna have it there, but we're gonna continue. We're gonna commence it on Monday, the 17th, August 17th, at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So it's the same schedule as before, keeping this. Um, we're incrementing, we're stacking the hours as we increase on the days. Okay, and on Saturday we're repeating the Friday. All right, and August up to the last week of August and April, September 4th. So Tuesday, September 1st. Wednesday, September 2nd, Thursday, September 3rd, and Friday, September 4th. And Friday, September 4th is the last day to register for courses. So you really need to, I believe, highly suggest, recommend you guys to sit in one of these advising sessions, ask the questions and whatnot before the last day to register. Okay. Hopefully this has been informative to you, and see you in the next advising session or on campus in the hallways and in the class. All right. Thank you very much, and see you then.